Check 1, 2. Tell these
Take
rappers
the
I'm
gun.
outside, get them start acting up. Like turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap to melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. As far as having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know the vibery. We in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Jimmy J1 in the building on the early check-in. You know what time it is. Uncle Paulie, we see you. You know what I mean? You already know the vibes. Shout out to the panel, Mrs. Nick. Shout out to the guys, Fraz and Kev. Fraz probably pull up later. But yeah, tonight. Yeah, oh, shout out to Stephen Kennedy. Indeed. Yeah. I wouldn't say so much easy, but to do. Yeah, I mean, so boom. Oh, tonight the Knicks beat the 76ers. What was the score? 111-99 in our first NBA, whatever the name of the new cup
Emirates
is.
Cup.
Yeah, Everett's Cup. Yeah, in the first Everett's Cup, Darlene is in the
As
building.
always.
You know what I mean? As always. Yeah, the first Everett's Cup game this season. Uh, the game started off as a somewhat of a hard-fought battle. Cat got hot early. Uh, JB was struggling early, but second half. That defense started turning up. To me, the pivotal point of the game. I'm gonna try not to be long-winded so we can get here from Mrs. Nix. Pivotal point of the game was, to me, is OG's defense on Paul George in the second half. Paul George was heating up crazy in the first half. I guess OG said, "Oh nah, he not about to drop 30 on me." And stepped up the defense.
And didn't.
And he didn't, right?
Nope,
He didn't,
29.
right? 29. He had like 20 in the first half, right? If I'm not tripping.
Yep.
All right, so I'm not tripping. Yeah, 20 in the first half, only 9 in the second. And to me, that was the key to the game, is OG locking up Paul George. How you felt about this game tonight?
It's always great to beat Philly, right?
Absolutely.
That's one of the teams I hate losing to. But I mean, all around team effort. You know what I mean? Like, JB didn't have a great game, but everybody else stepped up, and that's all important. Or the only thing that's important is the score at the end of the game, and the fact that we got the dub. Our first 6 guys all in double figures, so our starting 5 plus Deuce. That's great basketball.
Yeah.
That's great Knicks basketball. The fact that Josh got a triple-double this early in the season, because remember last season he got him towards the end.
Yeah.
Is great. I mean, you can't ask for more. And I think, like you said, OG's defense on Paul George was great, but also Cat being able to man up to Embiid, not be scared of him, and be comfortable to defend him behind that 3-point line. That was pivotal as well, because Embiid played a terrible game.
Yeah. Yeah, I will credit Embiid's game some of that to, just Russ being his first game of the season. But Cat did hold his own. Cat definitely did hold his own. But we mentioned OG's defense, but you can't forget his offense. He had 24 points tonight.
Facts.
On off 11 for 16 shooting. Most of them were dunks.
Facts. It was like 6 dunks.
Yeah, he made 11 field goals and 6 of them were dunks. I mean, so his movement without the ball on the offensive end was pivotal. I mean, everybody's for that matter. You know, there was some passes to Josh in the lane. McCall got some passes in the lane. Even Jalen Brunson. That I think that kind of got him rolling a little bit in the second half because we caught him off of
Hmm.
cuts to the basket. Uh, but yeah, offensively, that has not been our issue all season. I think we've been cooking offensively for the most part. Is the defensive end, which is gave us fits. And tonight in the second half, we came out and turned off the water for Chris Paul. That's hard to do. I mean, Paul
Paul
George.
George.
Yeah, the Pauls, man.
Facts.
That that's hard to do for a player like Paul George, man. Like when he already got it going to go in the second half. Yeah, that's it. That's
Facts.
it. We're not gonna let you score no more. And that's literally what they did. And also that McCain kid had a really good first half, and we cut off his water too. I gotta credit that to Macau. Uh, Also, speaking about Macau, I love the way we used him tonight. I love the way he wasn't just stuck in the corner waiting for the basketball. Few post up plays, turn around. He loves that shot. Very efficient at doing it. Uh, and I said that last recap that like that's how we need to use him. Get him cut into the basket. Get him in that mid range and let him you know score where he excels at. He didn't make a three tonight.
Right.
I think yeah he was 0 for 2, but he only took two. This is my
Right.
point. He was he was 7 for 13 from the field tonight for 14 points. He only took two. You know what I mean? Like that's where we need to get him,
And it's just
especially
so weird because his shot looks weird from the 3 point line, but not mid range.
it looks so smooth in the mid range. So smooth. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what we need to get him into that mid range and get him going to the basket to because I inevitably I think the shots will start falling. Uh, Throughout his career, he's been too good of a 3 point shooter for the shots to not start eventually falling. Uh, but yeah, and you mentioned Josh Hart doing Josh Hart things.
Josh Hart things.
Doing Josh Hart things, man. And a triple double, phenomenal. The way he plays, the way he picks his shots. And he hit a mid range shot tonight, and I was like, "Oh man, I forgot he's good at that too." Like
Right.
he does so many other good things. I forgot that, like, yo, Josh Hart could really make that mid range shot if needed. Uh, and he hit one to end the second half, right?
It was almost a three. Yeah, he was like right on the line.
Yeah. Josh Hart, he was all one tonight, man. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, a steal, and a block. He was everywhere. He
Swiss Army
definition
knife.
definition of a sheet stuffer. I think he shot like 40, like 50 something from the field. Yeah,
75%. 6 for
75%
8.
guy. God damn.
The only two
Yeah,
shots he missed were a three.
three
Were
pointers. Yeah,
threes.
yeah. God damn, plus 16, second highest plus minus on the team tonight behind OG. Uh, OG stat line is crazy too.
Mm-hmm.
24.6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block.
Mm-hmm.
No turnovers, and only one foul. Think, think
And he
about
was just disruptive. OG is really good at defending, help defending, and going back to his man. And he just so disruptive, and those disruptions aren't caught on the stat sheet most times.
yeah. Another wild stat that I'm just looking at. Everybody in the top starting five got a block except for JB.
Crazy.
Everybody in the starting five has at least one steal. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. You talking about the whole team is turning people over. The whole team is blocking shots. That's tough. It was definitely great to see. I think we win this game too because of the rest that Tibbs gave the starters. Having campaign back, even though he didn't play well at all. You know what I mean? He was one for
1 for 5.
5, 3 points. But I just think him giving 9 minutes is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan giving 9 minutes is tough. Deuce is giving 26 minutes is tough. That
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a reason why we were able to come out in the second half and not only take the lead but maintain it when we got it back because guys were rested and they were able to play both sides of the ball with a high level of energy. Almighty Finesse, we see you. We see you. Yes, yesterday, big W. Uh, yeah, yeah. We did what we supposed to do tonight, man. Uh, Shout out to Tibbs for not being a stubborn old man and trying to prove a point. Uh, because I don't know what was on his mind that last game against the Pacers. I don't know what he was thinking and why he thought pretty much playing 6 players was going to be the key to success. Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. So, and oh, we're gonna talk about the game more because we ain't talk about Deuce at all. But I don't want to forget my train of thought. Yeah. Now I won't forget this because it annoyed me when I saw it. But yeah, Deuce, 6 man of the year. I'm trying to tell y'all. Trying to tell y'all. But next time I come to the show, I gotta make sure I look up the stats to see who else who else in the NBA, even though it's still early, who else in the NBA as far as like bench players is putting up the kind of numbers that Deuce is right now. Because another double digit game, not only just double digit, like 15 points. He gotta be averaging like 14 per right now, right? Got to be. Like between 12 or 14 per. Got to be.
Let's see. He is averaging thus far 11.
11. That's
11
still
points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 44% shooting.
still tough. That's still tough. Yeah. But yeah, Deuce definitely has been a big part for us so far because all the injuries we had to deal with, and to have a player that could come off the bench and carry the lion's share of the scoring for the bench unit is tough, man. That's really good. What
Mm-hmm.
the bench unit scored, what 20 points? Deuce had 15 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's tough. Shout out to Deuce, potential 6 man of the year. You know what I mean? Like that's tough. Uh, if there is, I got two complaints about the game. Got two, even though we won. Uh, First complaint was Cat disappearing quarters 3. I mean 2 and 3. That was annoying. That was annoying. I'm sitting at the TV like, yo, get the ball, Cat. Get the ball. Uh, JB has to do a better job when he's coming off Cat screens to put himself in position to even just see that Cat can possibly get the ball. Like JB literally turns his whole entire back when
Mm-hmm.
Cat like it screens and pops. Like he's not even in position to make that pass because he's so concerned with like trying to get to the cup. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like he don't even see like sometimes that Cat is open.
Yeah, I think
So
that's going to take some adjusting because JB has never played with a big man like Cat before. So he's definitely has to adjust. And I agree. I mean, it'll be so many more easy shots if he's aware of where Cat is on the floor and what he can do with the ball.
yeah, that's a fact. Uh, and and especially because Cat was on fuego in that first quarter. 12 points in the first.
Hmm.
How you not continue to feed the high hand? But it worked out, I guess. Uh, my second complaint: get Jericho Sims off my TV screen, man. It gets. I guess I'm so annoyed because it's like I'm starting to see like maybe I was wrong about this kid. Like maybe I was wrong to have the kind of faith in Jericho Sims that I did, especially when Ariel Hug Purdy is sitting on the bench. Like that, I think that's the determining factor. Is like there
Can we
was a
try
play.
something different? Right.
There was a play. I forgot which player it was. They get Pat. They screamed off their man. Jericho Sims again in the right place to make a play defensively. But he just backed all the way up, and his kid just shot like a bunny, like right in his face because Jericho Sims refused to commit to playing defense off the screen. Like, and I'm like, and the first thing that came to my mind, if he tried to shoot that shit on Ariel Hug Purdy, that would have been a fucking block.
Facts.
That would
Facts.
have been a fucking block. You know what I mean? Uh, so yeah, get Jericho Sims off my damn screen, man. I'm tired of seeing it. Tired of seeing it. I want to see some Ariel Hog Purdy. I don't know what Tim's is waiting for. Maybe he's trying to give Jericho Sims enough rope to hang himself for when he start playing. But I really just think that it's the veteran versus young guy thing. Like
Come on, he's not really a veteran.
he's been here like 4 years.
And has done nothing, so you don't get the veteran title.
You're in the NBA 4 years. You a veteran.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like unfortunately, that's true for him. Like you in the NBA 4 years, you're a veteran. So yeah, I think that's what's happening, but it ain't working to our benefit for the most part. Uh, Uncle Paulie said he want Tibbs. Tibbs. My God, why
Hot
can't I
40.
speak tonight? He thinks Tibbs want Hawk Purdy out there with a chewer. That would be nice. That'd be nice. You play your chewer at the 4, Hawk Purdy at the 5. That's tough. That's tough. I don't know what it is, but something got to happen, man. Something got to happen. It's annoying to watch, but yeah, man, it
It
was
is
good
because
to.
it's like we're undermanned when he's on the court.
Thank you. That's what it feels like. It's like, all right, we gotta make it through these Jericho Sims minutes, so Cat can hurry up and get back out there.
Right.
I mean, like you're playing your backup 5, 10 minutes a game. That's nasty work.
Facts.
And
Especially when Cat be in foul trouble. Like he should be able to sit down and we get some type of production and we just getting nothing. I mean, in 10 minutes he only had was it 3 rebounds?
three
Yep, three
rebounds, three
rebounds
rebounds and a
and
block
a block.
and 2 points. Yeah,
That's
listen, you got to shout out to my brother Flu in the building. See you, homeboy.
big meow.
Yeah,
We hear
the
he
big
don't like
man.
being called meow.
I don't blame him. It, it's the bodega cat, man. Bodega cat. But yeah, uh, yeah, you got to be able to not only foul trouble, just rest.
Yeah.
Just rest. Like I know Cat is an NBA player, but he's also 7 feet. You got to rest him, bro.
And naturally slow.
Yeah, you got to rest him, and and playing him 38 minutes every night. I don't like, especially because he's an injury guy. He's been injured before. Knock on wood. He's been injured before.
Facts.
Like I don't like that. So I think you could get more minutes and more quality time out of Ariel Hug Purdy than you can from Jericho Sims. So play him. It's simple. You know what I mean? In other news, I don't know what's going on with JB, man. Well, I kind of do. I got ideas. I got like watching the game. I'm like, for the most part, they don't set really good screens anymore on this team. Especially Jericho fucking Sims. He like to do this flash shit and run to the basket like he's gonna get the ball. You're not gonna get the ball.
He does like a fake pick. Like, okay, my body's here, but it ain't no contact.
Facts, facts. And then he flashes to the basket, and this prevents JB from getting downhill. Like last season, Isaiah was setting some tremendous screens. Mitch, Julius, they were setting some screens. They was getting people off of Jalen Brunson's body pause, and JB was able to get downhill. Uh, flew stupid. And he was able to get downhill and make things happen for himself and others. And now he has to work too hard to get into the lane. Now me and Fluke was texting during the game, and Fluke was like, "Yo, I think his hand being broke really messed up his shot." I was like, "Nah, bro. You know, it was his non-shooting hand he broke." He was like, "Oh, damn." Then we was talking again, and he was like, "Man, I think JB doing too many commercials." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, bro, it might be." I said, "And you know, he just had that new baby," and they said, "Oh, that's it."
Yep.
He said, "That's it." Well, we had a few jokes about that. That was funny. But yeah, man. I think that, but that the screens not being set efficiently to
Hmm.
me is the major reason why we're seeing JB struggle because he's not getting into rhythm and they're not calling. He has the worst superstar whistle in the whole entire NBA. Like it's nasty work. Like he really does get hit, and
Hmm.
they don't call these calls. And he did get to the line tonight, though. He was 8 for 8 from the line. But normally, like these other games, it hasn't been no such luck. And I think he got to the line most of the time in the second half because in the first
Towards
half,
the end of the game. Yep.
they wasn't calling no fouls for him or for us for that matter. I think
Hmm.
we was. I think the free throw discrepancy, like in the first like quarter and a half, was like 0 to like 12 or some dumb shit like that. Like we was getting no calls.
It was first half was 17-3 free throw attempts.
How does that even make fucking sense? And that's how I thought. I thought. Uh, yeah. You. I thought that's what I was like. Yo, if this shit stay the way it is, we're gonna lose this game. If the free throw discrepancy stay this wide, we're for sure gonna lose this game. And it didn't even out because they still shot.
Hmm.
They shot 7 more. Am I coming at no 9 more free throws? Uh, but yeah, if it stayed on a path of 17 to
Three.
3, we for sure was going to lose. That
Fact.
just that just insurmountable shit right there.
But I
Yeah,
think I think like uh Uncle Paulie said the teams are blitzing him early. And they blitzing him from the other side of the court, like as we inbound the ball. And no one from our team is helping to stop that. Usually that should be the big man, right? Cat should be putting his body in between the defender and JB as he's bringing the ball up. So now JB's wasting more time bringing the ball up to half court and then have to set the offense going. Like someone needs to take control of that role. That's where Isaiah was good at that as well.
yeah,
Um, Randall was good at that as well, like putting his body in between. Because you can't let
yeah,
teams just guard him straight on early. He needs some type of room so that he can maneuver. And again, like you said, the picks are soft. Like we gotta body dudes. Let them know. Let our dude rock.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that too. That I didn't even think about that. That is a very good point. That he's getting full court pressed the whole entire game.
all
Uh,
game.
yeah, and that should be a thing. You know what I mean? That should be a thing. I don't ever want to see Cat bringing the ball up, but Cat is definitely, but he's definitely like he can initiate offense. You know what I mean? Like he's a solid passer. That pass that he hit, was it
He had
OG?
two great passes today.
Was it OG or Josh Hart cutting from baseline?
That was
And
that
he
was
threw.
Bridges.
Oh, that was
Bridges.
McCall. Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah,
McCown.
yeah,
He hit Josh with the like around the defender to the
yeah,
3-point line.
yeah, yeah. He hit Bridges with the over the shoulder
Yeah.
right to the yeah. That was fire. That was fire. I was like, okay, Cat. How many he had? I know he had what six assists tonight.
He passes awesome.
6 assists tonight. That was tough. And another reason why the offense at times was so smooth is because guys started cutting, and that's when our offense looks the best when guys cut. And oh, you didn't say it neither. You didn't
You
say
already
it.
know 31 assists.
Yeah,
25 and more, we win.
yeah.
31.
Now that's a big fact. That's a big fact. 31 assists. The ball was moving, and especially in the second half, the ball and people were moving. Uh, that's why we took the lead, as well as we was getting in a transition because we was getting stops. The stats say that we are the slowest paced team in the NBA, but we run. Like we run. Like I think that stat might be misleading. I think Stan Van Gundy said it, even though I hate him as an announcer. He said they're a slow paced team because there's makes, we literally walk the ball up the court. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we don't run on makes. We take our time to get in the offensive sets when there's makes. But we get stops, we out. We out. Josh, especially if Josh get the rebound, we are
He's gone.
we are out.
And it's
We are
just so
out.
weird because we've been putting up numbers. So for us to be the slowest team is like, okay. Like
Yeah,
guys
we
are
the
what teams are putting up like 150?
nah. So pace and our offensive rating is like two different things. We have the second highest offensive rating in the NBA so far this season, right? Uh, those two don't really like are like mute like handcuffed at the hip, if you will. You know what I mean? Like you could be a slower paced team but have a high offensive rating. Uh, and I'm convinced our starting five has to be like the best scoring starting five in the NBA
For sure.
because every I lost count of how many games this is that we've had all five of them
I think it's
in
like
start,
8 or 9 already.
and this shit is in a row. Like
Yep.
this is in a row. You know what I mean? Oh no, Macau had 8 the other game, so it's not in a row. You know what I mean? But still very impressive. It's a lot of games. 8 out of 10, all five guys is in double figures. That's tough. You know what I mean? Having 6 people in double figures, probably like 7 out of 10 games. That's tough. Formidable offense. You know what I mean? We just need once JB get right, the league is cooked.
Facts. Facts. And getting right doesn't necessarily mean scoring 30 or 25. It could be scoring 20 and having his assists go up. You know what I mean? Like it's just once they all completely figure each other out. Um,
Just
it's
being more
over.
efficient.
Yeah.
That's it. Like once he's more efficient, I think that helps everybody else out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, he was 5 for 15 tonight. It's not good. It's not
Mhm.
good. But shout out to him for coming through tonight. I thought he was gonna sell the parlay. I thought he gonna sell the parlay. I put that in our group chat. I said, he about to sell the lay again. I thought Cat was too after, because I took Cat for 20. And I'm like, at first quarter, I was hyped. I said, oh yeah, Cat for 20 for Cat easy tonight.
Easily.
And then he didn't score for the next 2 quarters. I was perplexed. But they came through in the fourth, though. They came through in the fourth, cashed out. Thank you, guys. Nah, but yeah, just being more efficient is all. That's all I can ask for from JB. But yeah, I think I can get into what I wanted to say earlier now. Man, fuck Joel Embiid, man.
Wait,
You
you
thought
gotta
you was.
put the noise on. You gotta put the siren on.
Yeah, this is about to be type of a rant. Hold on. I got you. This is about to be type of a rant. Oh man. I need like one of those podcast soundboard shits. This would make this a whole lot easier. Big fact. What is this? Come on. Is it playing?
Mm-mm.
I pressed it. It ain't playing.
Okay, go
That's crazy.
ahead.
That's crazy. Yeah, fuck Joel Embiid, man. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do today. I know. I'm gonna come back against the Knicks. You thought this was gonna be a coming out party for you. National TV, the team that sent you home, so you thought you was gonna just pop out. And now look, you got packed up. You thought you was gonna pop out and got packed up. You got cooked by Cat. You thought it was gonna be a sweet game. You got cooked by the bodega Cat. You thought blocking your shots, playing good defense on you. Yeah. And then in the third quarter, you was trying to be funny, looking at guys clapping, yeah, egging on the crowd, and then y'all continued to get packed up. Right after you did that, pack up season. You got packed up. Can't stand this guy. You can't stand this guy. You should be ashamed of yourself that you doing the fans of Philadelphia should boo you every chance they get. You doing a disservice. These people pay their hard-earned money to come and see you, you make millions upon millions of dollars, and you gonna come out your face and say, "I'm not playing back to backs." You sat out the first 7 games due to injury, and then you got suspended for the next 3. Or was it 7 or 7 or 6? I don't know. You sat out a lot of games due to injury. Then you did 3 for suspension. And then you thought you was gonna pull up and try to rain on the Knicks parade. But guess what? We own you. The fans own your arena. Yeah, you heard the Knicks fans in there. You heard them. Do shooting a 3. Do.
Deuce!
You hit. Yeah. That's the Garden in Pennsylvania. You play in the Garden, Pennsylvania Garden. That's what we're going to call that from now on. That's MSG Pennsylvania. You fucking bum. I hate that guy. You foul merchant. Hold on. Let's look at the stats because you wasn't making no buckets. You was
No,
2
he got
for
a
11.
lot from the free throw line.
2 for 11. You stink. And then you're gonna lean on that knee all year long. That's gonna be an excuse for everything now. Oh, my knee. That if your knee hurt that bad, retire. Retire. Do what Brandon Roy did. I can't play. Every day I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out all the time. My knees are trash. Then retire.
Facts.
Nobody got no sympathy for y'all, man. Nobody got no sympathy for y'all. You make too much money, and then you gonna sit there and oh, I'm not playing back to back. Shaq said it right. You're never gonna win a championship because your mentality wrong. That's a soft mentality. That's a
Hmm.
soft mentality. And then you think you gonna waltz into the playoffs and just run through everybody and get to the finals when you're not building chemistry with Paul George and Tyrese Maxey. Fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, me too. I just seeing him just makes me cringe, and it just was funny when he's trying to like hype up the crowd. I'm like, dude, half of that crowd is ours. 75% of that crowd was ours. Like that was the point where the Knicks just was like, all right, let's finish them. And I was just so happy that it was over because him and Halliburton do the same thing. They be quiet, looking humble, and then the minute they team start making a little run, they start doing these antics that are annoying as hell. Like keep that same energy all game. Like where was that energy early on?
Just Nick said the crowd didn't even turn up. That's a fact.
Facts.
He was doing that. The crowd didn't even turn up. That's a fact. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, and another thing that made my heart sing tonight
Ooh.
was watching them Philly fans get the fuck out of there with 4 minutes left. Get out your own arena. 4 minutes left. Get the fuck out. Go home. Go home. That's right. Go home early. Beat the traffic. I heard the traffic is rough. Beat the traffic. Beat the traffic like we beating y'all. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I can't wait for Mitch to come back to play you so he could get real. That's I know Mitch. He said it when he. I can't wait and pay back. I can't wait.
Payback.
Yeah, I mean you in trouble. You in
Yep.
trouble. You thought Mitch gave you problems in the playoffs before. Watch when he pull back up. And God forbid you injure my man again. I'm writing the NBA a letter and making nonstop videos asking for you to be indefinitely suspended for the longest of time for permanent for trying to injure players, man. Because
Hmm.
we remember that. You
Facts.
tried to play it. You tried to play it like it was an accident, but that shit was intentional as fuck.
Yeah, he does that. That's just his game. Like he plays that like I'm just goofy and I fall and flip because I'm so tall and then he does dumb shit like that, pulling guys' legs and going
Kicking
for
him in
their
the groin.
knees and hitting them
Kicking
in
him
the
in the groin.
groin. Yeah, like come on, man, you ain't that goofy. Ain't nobody that goofy.
Hey, fucking hate that guy. But I will say one thing about their team. That dancing TikTok kid is alright.
The weirdo.
Yeah. What's his name? McCain?
McCain, not the
Yeah.
dancing TikTok.
Yeah, the dancing TikTok guy with the dresses. Yeah. The painted
With the
nails
nail
guy.
polish.
Yeah, he could play. That boy could
Yeah.
play. Yeah, no, he's tough. He's tough. Uh, they keep him. I I think I think that me personally, if they want to really achieve anything, they got to move on for Joel Embiid. I think he's the thing that's holding that team back. Tyrese Maxey is going to be if he's not already considered a superstar, he's going to be a superstar.
Hmm.
Uh, I, Paul George, you could do without. You know what I mean? Like you could do without Paul George, but they stuck with him now.
They were talking about that early on in the game. Well, I think it was like second quarter. Yeah, second quarter. But they were like, it was just, it's a whole lot of what ifs with them.
Yeah,
And how, when players, I think they said Embiid has played an average of 55 games for the
his whole
last five
career.
seasons, and he played more than Paul George has played over the last 5 seasons.
That's crazy.
So that says a lot. So them bringing Paul George on as the number three guy with this big three, with two of them being very injury prone, is like you can only hope that they remain healthy. And then at least this season, it looked like nobody's staying healthy because everybody's hurt.
Speaking of which, when JB went down at the beginning of the third quarter, I
Bro, my
wanted
heart
to
sunk.
cry. I'm
And
sitting
then
here
went
like,
to the back because that's what makes it. When he went to the, because he a warrior. If he ain't got to go to the back or come out of a game, he won't. For him to go straight to the back, I'm like, oh God, this ain't good. Oh my God, this ain't good.
immediately when he hit the ground, I saw him grab his ankle, hand straight to face, like, oh, this can't be real.
Facts.
This, this can't be real. But thankfully, this guy is a freaking warrior. Went to the back. They made sure that everything was okay, and then came back outside and continued to play better basketball than he did before that he got hurt. That that's all I can ask for. I
Facts.
mean, that's all I can ask for. But yeah, uh, we play tomorrow, right?
Play the Bulls.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's talk about that before we get up out of here. I gotta get up at 4 in the morning. So
I
yeah, the vibes. Uh,
don't even know who plays on the Bulls.
uh, Zach Levine,
Oh, Lonzo Ball,
Lonzo
Giddy.
Ball, yeah, Josh Giddey, Kobe White, and some other people.
Jalen Smith, yeah, Nicole.
Yeah,
We should get it
yeah,
done.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I definitely think this is another W for us. But back to backs is always tricky,
Yeah,
especially
they
when you're
are,
starting
but
off.
but our
Especially,
but our starters got some rest today, so
I wouldn't call that rest
I mean it's
because
more than normal.
Macau and Brunson out of the starting five played the least amount of minutes at 35. OG played 41 tonight. Cat played 38. Hart played 37. It's not a it's not a lot of minutes. I mean, that is a lot of minutes. It's not a lot of rest. That's what I meant to say. It's not a lot of rest. So I hope they, how teams go. I hope they, get some rest, get some recovery, and be ready for the next game. That's what I hope. That's all I can hope, that they go get their recovery and rest and be ready for the next game. This is a game that we should absolutely win. What is Chicago's
Oh,
record?
Uncle Paulie says Lonzo's out.
Already? This nigga missed 2 years. And he already out. What the fuck?
They're 4-7.
Yeah, this should be a game we should win. This is a very winnable game. I see no reason
Hmm.
that we don't win. I mean, Kobe White is somebody definitely we have to watch out for because he torched us last year at least once or twice. Uh, but other than that, I'm not what we got somebody. We got people for Zach Levine. Uh, Josh Giddey has never really been a big scorer in his career. Uh, and I don't really know too much about the rest of their roster, for real, to even comment uh, that much. I know they said Vooch. Somebody said Vooch. I saw
Hmm.
that. Uh, oh,
Jalen Smith.
Stephen Kennedy said, "Got to watch out for Vooch."
Hmm.
Again, Vooch got to watch out for Cat. He's not. Vooch has never been a. Yeah, Vooch has never been a big defender. Like he's been more of on the cone side of defense. But he's also somebody that can stretch the floor and shoot. So
Hmm.
Cat does have to look out for that because he can shoot. Well, lately I think he's been stinking, if I'm not mistaken, especially from the long range. If I'm not mistaken, Vooch has been real sorry from the long range. But he does have a back to the basket game. He can get buckets in the paint. Uh, so I ain't trying to say that we should sleep on Vooch. Obviously not. I'm just saying that he ain't a threat like that in my eyes. Uh, well, no, Patrick Williams. He could be tough. He could be tough. I mean, definitely somebody that we have to keep our eyes on because he got an offensive game. But I also know that he's an active player. He's running after loose balls and trying to give this team extra possessions, and he's a solid defender. But again, nothing that gives me real worries. I think we win, and I think we win by a lot. You
Yeah,
know,
I think we good. I think JB's gonna have a good game. I don't see them really locking JB down, and if they can't lock him down, he's just gonna go crazy like JB does. This may be a good game for JB.
yeah, big facts, big facts. Yeah, uh, yeah, that's all I really got. I mean, that's all I really got. Still fuck Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? Uh, Michael Brown said Bulls don't play full quarters of defense. Well, they're gonna have to if they're gonna try to have a chance against us. Big fact.
Facts.
Because I definitely see another good. Oh, nah. I can't leave yet. I can't leave yet. I can't do it because I got something to say. That, in my scrollings over the last few games, I've been seeing people not only complain about Macau, but also I've been seeing, all this money we gave OG, all this money we gave OG, and I'm like, you guys clearly don't be watching basketball. Yeah, I
Nope.
don't be watching basketball because if you did, you would see not only that OG's offensive game has been improved this year,
He's been the most consistent player on our team, to be honest.
the defense that OG be playing is parallel to none. Parallel to none. So if you gonna ask me, the OG contract, was it an overpay? Absolutely not. Because on a night to night basis, OG is, if not the highest plus minus, he's the one of the top two in plus minus on our team every single night. OG is the guy. He's what you have when you trying to win. He's one of those players that you need when you trying to win. I think like he's a Jeff Green type, a Luau Deng type. Uh, uh, who else am I thinking about? Andre Iguodala on the Warriors type. That those are the guys you need when you're trying to build a championship.
Hmm.
Back in the day, it wasn't a premium on those guys, so you could usually get those kind of guys for cheap. But agents are smart now, and they know, hey, he may not put up 25 plus, but you, if you building a championship team, what he does is pivotal. It's pivotal to what you do. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, not as good as a scorer. I'll say that. Not as good as a scorer as Kawhi. But defensively, on that level for sure, like parallel. You know what I mean? I think I think he's the best defender I've seen since Kawhi. Like you keep it a buck like that, right? But yeah, that cost. And when we talk about Macau again, this is a complete role change for Macau again, from going to getting uh 20 shots a night to you be lucky if you get 10. You feel me? Like, and I think slowly but surely he's learning how to be effective in his time on the court, especially on the offensive end. I think the way we play defense, he's taking to get used to with the switching, because we switch everything, which is kind of annoying to me. Right? It's kind of annoying to me.
So
I
it's
need,
annoying to like guys that are defensive guys because that's not how they play.
yeah, I want to guard my guy. Like, uh, the only two I noticed that don't switch it'd be Josh and OG. Everybody else,
Mhm.
I think they under directive to switch. Like Josh or OG don't never really switch, but when Mikal go, you can see like he be stuck in between. Like, I'm gonna go over now. I'm gonna switch. Like,
Mhm.
and if we got Mikal on somebody, he's on them for a reason. I
For a
need him
reason.
to either go over or get underneath that screen so you can get back to your man. But I also know it be a fake switch sometimes too. I don't know the terminology for these things, but I know what I'm talking about. Uh, it's like when a screen come, the guy who's defending the screener, he'll just stunt towards the person with the ball long enough for the person who's getting screened to recover. If that makes sense, I hope I explained that right because I don't know the terminology, but I know what I'm trying to say, right? But yeah, just long enough for the person who's getting screened to recover, right?
Mhm.
Uh, and it works sometimes, but also I notice a lot of times that it puts the person who's recovering. No, 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 not a slip screen, Steven. Not a slip screen. Not a slip screen. I'm talking about is a legitimate screen, and the guy and the Knicks player who is guarding the screener, he stunts to the person who's the ball handler just long enough for the person who's getting screened to recover back to their man. A slip screen is like the screener pretend like the slip screen is what Jericho Sims does very poorly. You you go, you show, and then you roll to the basket. That's a slip screen. I know that. You know what I mean? I know that. But yeah, I hope that I made sense. But that seems like another defensive scheme that we've been using. Uh and it don't it be putting us in peril sometimes because guys be trying to recover back to their man before uh the person who's getting screened can recover back to the ball handler. If that makes sense. I don't know. It makes sense in my mind. I hope it made sense to y'all when I explained it. But yeah, yeah, I think I'm done. I don't got nothing else. You got anything to add or no?
No,
All right.
just beat the Bulls tomorrow. That's it. I'm
Yeah,
tired of winning, losing, winning, losing. Time to keep winning.
yeah, yeah. Big facts, big facts, big facts. Because we got other fan bases think they're better than us in 10 games in. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Yeah. But yo, shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight. Almighty Finesse said win streak on the way. Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. We do that too. We do that too, Steven. That drop coverage. Oh, I hate drop coverage. I hate drop coverage. See, we was doing drop coverage last year as well, but we
Mhm.
had a player in Isaiah Hartenstein that understood how to play drop coverage and do it effectively. Like drop and still be present to make a play if somebody decides to pull up or drive to the basket, right? Uh, we got people like Jericho Sims who can't play drop coverage. He don't the concept of still making himself available to make a play when guys are driving to the basket eludes him. Like it
Facts.
eludes him. He he doesn't make that commitment to make the person uh that's driving to the basket, commit or try to make a play out of that. Like it'd be easy layups, easy floaters because Jericho Sims drops too far back and is too scared to leave his man to
He's too
defend.
slow.
Yeah, so I hate drop coverage because of the personnel. Like, and clearly, Cat is starting to get used to having to play drop coverage because they don't play drop coverage in Minnesota. Uh, and he's having similar issues with drop coverage that Sims is, and he's another slow-footed person.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we figure it out. Hopefully we figure
Uncle
it out.
Paulie.
Yeah. Yo, listen, Uncle Paulie, I don't know if you heard me when I said it earlier. I said, yo, uh, I said, yo, I'm tired of seeing Jericho Sims on my TV screen, man. I'm over it. 10 games in, I gave up. Sorry to say. 10 games in, I done gave up on Jericho Sims. Sorry, guys.
That's the same thing Kev said last show. He said, I'm done. And you know, for Kev to say it, that's major.
Yo, Kev give up on the player. That's huge, man. Cause Kev be like, nah, I'm fighting. Fighting for my
Facts.
guy. Nah, nah. I see what you're trying to say. Nah, because I feel like that's gonna end up putting OG in a space where he's probably gonna end up in foul trouble. You know what I mean? And he's too valuable for that. I think we just biding time for our bona fide rim protector to return. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Biden time is all. Like they put up the stat where Cat is the worst rim protector in the league. That's
Yeah.
fine. We didn't really bring him here to be a rim protector.
Right.
We
Right.
brought
We
him
brought
here,
him to stretch the floor. Everybody been asking for a stretch five. We got our stretch five.
especially that guy, the guy who just posted that comment. Yeah,
No, it's
yo,
similar. Me and Uncle Paulie were talking during the game, towards the end of the game, and he said, like we lost our toughness with Randall and Dante because nobody's scared of Cat. And I said the same thing you said. I said, wait till Mitch gets here. That's
yeah,
it. Because everything is gonna change. Because we know guys are not gonna go into the paint easily with Mitch there. It ain't gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah. And I hate the we lost our toughness shit. I think that's false. I think our toughness manifests different now. Our toughness is not boisterous. It's not in your face. It's work ethic and grind. You know what I mean? Like we still have that. We still have that in OG. We still have that in Macau. We still have that in Josh. We still have that in JB. And even though Cat is not the paint beast that everybody want him to be, he's shown toughness in his short tenure as a Knick. You know what I mean? I just think it doesn't look like toughness because we players be gassed. The bench is hurt. Like players is gassed. The bench is hurt, and Tibbs ain't playing guys off the bench a lot of minutes. So when times you're looking at the team like, man, last year these guys were doing this in the fourth quarter, and then some people were like, yeah, we were hurt last year, but you also got to remember we got hurt when guys were already in superior NBA shape. Guys, we're still 10 games in. Guys are still trying to get into basketball shape for real.
Mm-hmm.
You got the short preseason where most of the guys don't even play big minutes in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Because you also got to remember, back in the day, they were playing like 10 to 15 preseason games. And guys were incrementally being geared up for the season. Now you got 4 games regular season. I think that's also contributing to these injuries as well. You know, these guys are going from playing marginal minutes from training camp to playing marginal NBA minutes in real games to playing 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
that's a lot for the body, and guys are still getting in shape. So, I think the fading that you're starting to see in the fourth quarter is a two-part thing. One, they're playing too many minutes. Two, they're playing too many minutes this early in the season. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? But it all will be right. Up,
I
we
agree.
got an hour. We got an hour. I got to go. It's been real. Appreciate everybody who pulled up. If you didn't do so already, make sure you hit that like button. And you already know sharing is caring. And subscribe if you're just passing by, liking what you heard and what you seen. Subscribe. Big facts. Uh, yeah, we appreciate y'all. And, you know, God willing, we see y'all tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Facts.
All right, peace.
Lady, y'all.